Hi, my name is Phaneendra, lecturer in zoology. I am very happy to share with some points regarding NEET examination 2018, and I want to let you know these points in 3 steps. The first one regarding the general description, what are the total number of medical colleges and dental colleges, and what are the total number of seats, and what is the percentile and what is the cutoff mark. So this is about a overall brief description. So first let you know about the total in the last 2017 NEET examination. The highest mark it was 697, and for general category students, the cutoff mark, that means the qualifying mark, it was the about 50th percentile. That means out of the total appeared, the number of students were qualified, that indicates the 50th percentile, that is from 697, range between 697 to 131, and the number of students qualified were on approximate 5,40,000 students. So what does it indicate? Out of the total number of students appeared were 12 lakhs change, and qualified 5,43,000, and it doesn't mean that all the students will get seats. It indicates the number which were qualified. Qualifying is different and getting seat is different. So 50th percentile, it indicates how many students that were belongs to the so and so category and qualified. So this is about a general category. And coming to the next one, OBC, and the range mark, qualifying mark from 131 to 107, and 40th percentile considered, and the number of students qualified were 47,000 change. And in the next category, that is SC category, the mark range between 131 to 107, 40th percentile same, and number of students for SC students qualified were 6,000 change. And last category, ST category, 40th percentile and mark range between same 131 to 107, and number of students were qualified 14,000 change. That means qualified is different, and seat getting is different. So that many students, they might have qualified, but all the students who qualified, they will not get seat because of mark and the cutoff mark. It at the time of counseling it will be decided. For coming to our counseling in 2 states, AP and Telangana, the cutoff mark for open category students, that is in the first counseling, that is 517 for boys, and approximately it is around 500 for the girls. So the cutoff mark, it will be increased for the next 2018 examination. So it will be increased for boys, it is about it will be increased for about 530. Now it is 520 on average, and for the 2018 it will be 530, and for the girls also it will be around 525 for open category. And for OBC category, at present, as per 2017, on or around 470 or 480, 470 to 480 change. It also will be increased for the 2018 around 490, and for SC and ST category also, they better to score around 450 marks for 2018 examination. Total number of medical colleges is about 420 medical colleges and 303 dental colleges, and total number of medical colleges throughout India, number of medical colleges and dental colleges, these are the number, and total number of medical seats is about 53,000 change throughout India, 53,000, and number of dental seats throughout India is approximately 29,000 change. So the total number of seats, that is about 79,000 change for both medical and dental together. So this is the information regarding the total number of medical colleges and dental colleges, total number of medical seats and total number of dental seats. But whereas coming for the AP and Telangana and Jammu and Kashmir, everybody should know about that. You people know about this also. AP and Telangana, we are considered a separate category, and also Jammu Kashmir, so that other state people they are not recruited for this seats which are available in the AP and Telangana two states. So the whatever the medical seats, free seats are available, convener seat are available in our two states, are exclusively allotted for the Telangana and AP students only. So this is about what I want to know about the general description. So what is the cutoff mark and percentile, and what are the total number of medical colleges, and what are the total number of medical seats available and dental seats available. This is the information. And next one I want to discuss about the subject wise, zoology subject wise, and in the NCERT volume 1 and NCERT volume 2. NCERT volume 1, it contains some topics, and NCERT 2, it contains different topics. So NCERT 1 and volume 1 and volume 2, this NCERT textbook is nothing but every student, they should consider it as a Bible or a Quran, or it is a Bhagavad Gita for students. First and most priority, it should be each and every student, first priority should be given to the NCERT textbook itself. And what are the chapters have been allotted for NCERT volume 1? So in the NCERT volume 1, the first chapter, that is Animal Kingdom chapter, and most of the students for this chapter they will get, of course it is easy, the NCERT topic Animal Kingdom, but it contains the memory related topic. So Animal Kingdom means it includes both chordata and non-chordata phyla, and in the non-chordata and chordata phyla, it includes different chapter, subchapter named as in non-chordata Porifera and Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes and Nematoda or Oschyhelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata. So here in this content is very less, but what the students generally they will feel difficult here to memorize this topic, and in this topic you have to read in a comparative manner. You have to study, suppose if you finish the Porifera and you enter into Cnidaria, so that you have to compare the characters in between Ctenophora or Cnidaria and Porifera, and what is the habitat different, and what is the level of organization different, and what is the type of symmetry, and tissues are present or absent. Likewise many characters, at least 5-6 points comparative manner. And if you again enter into for the next phylum also, Ctenophora or Platyhelminthes, suppose if you enter into a new phylum, and you have to while you are reading the a new phylum characters, and again you have to recollect the what you have finished the previous phyla characters in a comparative manner. This is very important, the way of styling for the preparation for this animal kingdom topic. And you will be given some diagrams also and examples also. So you have to observe the each and every diagram which is given in the NCERT textbook, and what is the example is given there, and the so and so diagram is related to which phyla, that is very important. So if you observe in the previous examinations also, the mode of questions given regarding this invertebrata phyla or animal kingdom topic, some example based questions are only given, example based questions only. What is a common character? Suppose, say for example, you will be given the question like spider, crab, and insect like lepisma. What is the common character have been shared among these organisms? So if you finish one topic, and if you observe the previous questions also, you can observe, if you read those previous questions also, you can get some knowledge regarding how to prepare and what is the way of preparation for the animal kingdom, and what is the way of questions have been arrived, so that you have to adjust your preparation, or you can change your preparation also. This is about invertebrata phyla. So invertebrata phyla, you have to read in a comparative manner, and also examples, and whatever the diagrams given, and also better to read summary also, and examples. And after completion of the total all phyla, and try to recollect the total information and also examples also. And next, coming to the chordata phyla. So in chordata phyla, very information is also less, but examples are there. That is about chordata, protochordates, and cyclostomata characters, Pisces characters, amphibia characters, and reptilia characters, aves characters, and mammalia characters. And here you have to, again the same method, comparative study, example study, habitat comparison, or their biology, life history comparison, any type of comparison, and examples or diagrams. You have to focus on the diagrams and also examples also, and try to recollect the total information after completion of the so and so topic, and also compare with one topic with another topic. This is the way of preparation for animal kingdom, because it is a memory related topic. And if you read more and more this topic, completely it will be memorized in your hippocampal lobe. So that is about the first chapter, animal kingdom topic. So this is memory related. And coming to the next chapter, structural organization. And structural organization is also, it includes two different type of topics. That is, tissues is one topic, and some organisms life study. And most important is study of tissues, that is histology, that is epithelial tissues, connective tissues, and nervous tissue and muscular tissue. And so many type of tissues and examples are there in the NCERT, and it is also memory related. And one more thing, diagram based. Each and every line you should read and try to memorize, and you should get command over the each and every line. So types, first for about epithelial tissues, simple and stratified, and what are the different simple epithelia examples are given, and what are the different examples are given for the stratified epithelia. And example, what is the epithelium belongs. First of all, you have to read epithelium example, and then the so and so example is belongs to what kind of epithelia. This is the way of preparation. And also you are given tight junctions that are gap junctions or anchoring junction, different type of cell junctions are also there. And next, connective tissue. In connective tissue also different type of connective tissues are there, and what are the different type of specialized tissues are there, and whatever the information given for about cartilage and bone, it is very fluid connective tissue. In the volume 1 it is given less, because at that structural organization again you will be given more information in the regular topics. Say for example, in physiology, in fluid connective tissue, in the beginning it is given less information, but about the same fluid connective tissue, blood and lymph, it will be given in detailed account in body fluids and circulation topic. So that whatever it is given, you should thoroughly read about the line to line sentence and the diagrams, whatever it is described in the NCERT textbook, and you should get command over the each and every line sentence. This is about connective tissue, and in the connective tissue also cartilage diagram is given, some bone marrow Haversian cyst diagram is also given, so that you have to demarcate what is the diagram. This so and so diagram is belong to which kind of tissue, and so and so diagram is belongs to which kind of tissue, so that diagram based questions also frequently you are given in the examination. And after the connective tissue, next one is given muscular tissue. Muscular tissue is also in the topic, it is given in the very brief information, very less, but again in the detailed account it is given in the musculoskeletal topic. But you have to read this muscular tissue, and thus any extra point is there, you better to bring these points at the site of musculoskeletal system. And likewise nervous tissue also, the nervous tissue is also given very less, and whatever the information that is given, and if you feel that it is very new after reading, and again these sentences you better to bring along with for the neural tissue regular topic. That is a mode of preparation. So this is about the type of tissues. And coming to the next, in the same, we are in a structural organization topic. The rest of the topic, after finishing the structural organization regarding what I want to say, tissues, and second rest of the topic in the same structural organization is some life study of biology of some organisms you are given there, earthworm, frog and cockroach. But earthworm and earthworm in NEET syllabus, in the NEET prospectus, earthworm syllabus is, even though is not included, you better to read earthworm topic also, because is not only NCERT is not only for NEET, is also important for the JIPMER and AIIMS also. So whatever I am discussing about this portion or syllabus is you also applicable for the AIIMS and JIPMER also. The same mode of preparation is not much change, only the pattern is only different. Total number of marks different and time duration is different, and some extra in AIIMS and JIPMER and additional general knowledge and English, that is different, but in NEET only exclusive subject. The whatever the suggestion we are you are given, the same also applicable for the AIIMS and JIPMER also. So in earthworm, coming to the earthworm external morphology and some anatomy, digestive and excretory and reproductive, these are important, and also very simple points are there. And here in earthworm you have to focus on the segment number and organ. Segment number and organ, this is very important. And in nephridia topic also segment number and and where different nephridia are located, and coming to the reproductive system also. And after reading these three topics, earthworm, cockroach and frog, you have to prepare a notes for earthworm and cockroach and frog, some comparative points. Say for example, what is the type of circulation, and what is the type of neural system, and what is the type of sex, and what is the heart position, and what is the type of development. Say for example, fertilization, external or internal, or development, what is the type of cleavage. You know about the cleavage, earthworm spiral determinate, and in cockroach also spiral determinate, and in frog that is different, radial indeterminate. You have to compare these points, you have to make a notes, and when you compare these points at the end of all the reading completion of earthworm, cockroach and frog, the comparative study, it will increase your efficiency. So this is about earthworm. And coming to the next one, that is cockroach. Cockroach is also invertebrate, but cockroach it is important when compared with earthworm. So external morphology, you have to, this is a memory related head, what are the head appendages, mouth parts, and thoracic appendages, and abdomen, what are the abdomen parts are there, and what is the difference between the male and female abdomen, and body wall. These are the some memory related also. And next about anatomy of cockroach, digestive system, respiratory system, neural system and reproductive system. These are very good topics and interesting topics. And in anatomy, you have to, after reading comparison, digestive system compare with earthworm also, respiration compare with earthworm, between cockroach and earthworm. That is the way of preparation. And here also segmentation is also there. In earthworm homonormous segmentation, and in cockroach heteronormous segmentation. So that segment number is also important. And coming to the frog, and the frog is a vertebrate, and it shows some advanced character when compared with cockroach and earthworm. So a frog, what are the different topics? Again external morphology, digestive system, and while you are reading the digestive system of the frog and compare what is the difference, what are the different points, at least 1 or 2 point differences are there between the diet. Say for example nutrition, or what is the feeding. Earthworm is a detrivore, and cockroach is an omnivore, and frog is a carnivore. That is one of the comparison points. If while reading and completion, you also get some points, and make a note and comparative study. This is also important. And respiration, what are the respiratory organs for cockroach and earthworm? Earthworm body wall, cockroach trachea, and coming to the frog, lungs. This is the comparison. And excretion, the excretory organs of earthworm, nephridia, whereas for the cockroach Malpighian tubules, and whereas for the frog mesonephric kidney. And also coming to the next one, reproduction. Earthworm bisexual, cockroach unisexual, and frog unisexual. And fertilization, earthworm external, frog internal, earthworm external, cockroach internal, frog external. And development, earthworm direct development, cockroach direct development, frog indirect development. So these are the some comparative points. In NEET 2017 also 2 questions were given regarding the frog topic. One is heart, and another one is about the rest of the physiology. So this is about the structural organization. And coming to the next one is the human physiology, which is very, very important in the NEET examination, and we can expect in between 10 to 15 questions from the human physiology. That means 10 into 4 40, or 15 into 4 60, 40 to 60 marks you can get if you are perfected in the human physiology topic. So in human physiology, what are the different topics are there? Say for example, first one, digestion and absorption. So in digestion and absorption, the important, that is first about the teeth, and what is the difference between the deciduous teeth and permanent teeth. In NEET 2017 also given about the teeth question, and anatomy of alimentary canal, and what are the different digestive glands, and what is the histology of gut, what are the different layers are there, and what are the different digestive glands, and what are the digestive This is very important in the digestive topic. You know, the comparison like gland, its digestive component and enzymatic action, means what is the digestive gland and what is its digestive juice components, enzymes contents, what are the different enzymes are present, and what is the pH of the digestive juice, and what is how the enzyme works. The equations are given in NCERT. Go thoroughly those equations, which are very important. And after that, absorption. What is the mode of absorption? Especially in NCERT, mode of absorption, the students the student will get some confusion. Of course, how it is given in the NCERT, make it a short form mode for the mode of absorption, and get a final clarity for that mode of absorption. And coming to the nutritional disorders also, for nutritional disorders, in the summary, not in supplement, marasmus and kwashiorkor disorders and description were given at the end of the volume 1 at the supplement topic, marasmus. And you have better to read some important B vitamins, some important vitamins, B complex vitamins and A, D, E, K vitamin, and also some important minerals, because in NEET examination also some interlinking question in the also vitamin A question was also given, vitamin A retinol, and is also important for JIPMER and AIMS examination also. Better to read at least some important vitamins and some important minerals and deficiency and disorders, that is enough. And coming to the respiration and exchange of gases, breathing and exchange of gases, and anatomy, lungs is very important, and here you have to focus lung volumes and tidal volume, lung volumes and lung capacities, and oxygen dissociation curve, that is also very important for the NEET examination. Bohr shift and oxygen dissociation curve, what are the factors that shift the oxygen dissociation curve toward the right side, that is very important. That is low oxygen tension, high CO2 tension, and low pH or high hydrogen ion concentration. And this is very important. In this aspect, in the respiratory, breathing and exchange of gases, O2 dissociation curve is very important, and you have to know what is a P50 value and what is the percentage saturation, fetal hemoglobin and adult hemoglobin. This kind of clarification is also important. And what are the regulatory centers for the respiration and respiratory disorders is also important. So regulatory center you have to focus well, that is about breathing and exchange of gases. So main you have to focus about the lung volumes and lung capacities, and percentage of gases in the inspired air and expired air, or a partial pressure of oxygen and a partial pressure of carbon dioxide, how it changes in the different parts of the body, that is also very important. And also regulatory centers of the respiration. And coming to the next one is circulation. In circulation you are given first about the blood and what are the different formed elements, RBC, WBC, platelets, and lymph. Both blood and lymph are clearly in a detailed description is given in the body fluids and circulation, and you go thoroughly. This is also very important. what is the percentage of WBC cells, and what are the diagram is given, that is you have to clearly distinguish and identify what is a, by observing the so and so diagram, whether it is RBC or whether it is a, what is a basophil or it is an eosinophil, that is important. And coming to the anatomy of heart, external structure and internal structure, and what are the different walls that guards the openings, and circulation, double circulation, lesser circulation, greater circulation, and this sequence is important. What is the flow of blood, how the blood flows? So, pulmonary circulation, lungs to heart and heart to lungs, and systemic circulation, heart to systems and systems to heart, and what are the different valves that regulate the flow of oxygenated blood, and what is the different valves that regulate the flow of deoxygenated blood, that is also important. And somewhat the little difference between the fetal heart and adult heart difference is also, what is the say for example like foramen ovale, fossa ovalis, ductus arteriosus and ligamentum arteriosus, this is important. And next coming to the important is the cardiac cycle. So, in the cardiac cycle also you can expect good questions, and is also a very important source for these questions. In cardiac cycle, atrial systole and ventricular systole and ventricular diastole or common diastole, these are the 3 stages, and whatever the information given in the NCERT, this cardiac cycle is sufficient, but you have to also require some reference book also for clear detailed information. And how much say for example in atrial systole, what is the percentage of filling of ventricles, extra 30% filling, what is its meaning, and in the, that is active filling, and whereas in the ventricular diastole, common diastole, 70% filling. This is information, detailed information you should learn, and it is followed by ECG, electrocardiogram, electrocardiography, Einthoven electrocardiography rule, and what is a P wave and what is a Q wave and what is a R wave and QRS complex, T wave, these are important. And the disorders, how the abnormality can be detected by studying ECG. So, here in the ECG you have to read that ECG first after completion of the cardiac cycle, and you go for ECG and compare where the P wave can be applicable in the cardiac cycle, where the QRS complex can be applicable. That kind of preparation is also important, and you want to you want to know also about you should know about the deficiency, how the disorders, the heart disorders, abnormality conditions, also how they can be detected via ECG is also very important. And after that you are given some blood vessels, and blood vessels, difference between the artery and veins is also important, and capillaries, arteries, veins, capillaries, this study is important, and also disorders. And coming to the locomotion and movement, in locomotion and movement is a muscle and bone related topic. So, in the locomotion and movement in the muscle topic, you have to focus what is a sarcomere and A band and I band, what are the different proteins are involved, and sequence of the muscle contraction. And Cori-Cori cycle is also important, and what are the different type of muscle fibers, red muscle fiber and white muscle fibers. And coming to the osteology, bone, and the numerical data is important. What are the number of bones in axial skeleton, number of bones in appendicular skeleton, and in appendicular skeleton what are the number of bones are there in cranium, face. This kind of data you have to prepare a note, that is very important. And next about the joints. Joints is also very good source for the marks, very important topic. and next followed by the disorders. And each and every physiology at the end of the topic you are given disorders. These disorders are also very much important. And coming to the neural tissue. So, in the neural tissue students somewhat they feel difficult in the learning. So, first of all in the neural tissue nerve impulse conduction, you are given the nerve impulse conduction, and here the sodium gated channels and potassium gated channels, and where these channels open in which phase, you know, depolarization, repolarization, hyperpolarization, what is the Gates condition, this is important, and sodium potassium pump, this is also important. And next structure of nerve and types of neurons is also given, and what is a myelinated axon, unmyelinated axon, and speed of conduction is also important. And next coming to the brain anatomy. So, brain anatomy, the diagram, and forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain, and how here in brain anatomy information and some additional points also given in the summary. Some some information given in the summary is not included in the regular matter. So, that you should read both the regular information and also summary. So, brain anatomy, the diagram and the information, the way of preparation, the part and its function. Forebrain, say for example cerebral hemispheres and its function, and next thalamus, its function, and hypothalamus, its function, optic lobes, its function, cerebellum, its function, medulla, its function, that is, and also next cerebrospinal fluid and spinal cord. And very less information is given about the nerves, autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic, but you should know the difference between the autonomic and sympathetic. In autonomic, sympathetic and parasympathetic difference is very important. This is also very important at flight or fight response. Say for example dog chased cat, what are the conditions is observed? Increasing heartbeat, dilation of pupil, these are the characters are important. And cranial nerves, some important cranial nerve study is also important. Even though spinal cord is not given in the NCERT, in 2015 some question, the damage in the ventral root of some cells, cells of ventral root damaged, what is the immediate effect can be noticed, that is the question. So, some additional information also we should read from the reference books, that is also very important. And eye and ear, if you observe in NEET pattern, NEET examination, most of the questions given from the eye and ear only, and especially eye. We know that most of the questions in NCERT is given approximately about 90% from NCERT textbook and 10% only out of the NCERT. And what the analysis say that from the last 2 years in neural tissue, one of the question is given from out of NCERT, that is the topic eye topic only, and rods and cones and function, visual function, what is nerve impulse conduction, or in the last 2017 it is given outer segment and inner segment related question. So, that in eye topic you better to read some, in addition to the NCERT better to follow some reference book also. And here where organ of Corti, Corti scientist, organ of Corti, that detailed information you should read, that is enough. And semicircular canal function and utriculus maculus. And disorders, Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease, these two disorders are very important. And coming to the next one is the endocrine tissue. So, in the endocrine tissue, different glands, endocrinology, in endocrinology different glands are there. So, that what is the mode of preparation? Gland, and what is the hormone secreted and what kind of hormone it is, whether it is a peptide hormone or a protein hormone or a lipid soluble hormone. Why? Because for protein and peptide hormone they are water soluble, their mode of mechanism is different. Say for example FSH, which is important for the FSH, follicular stimulating hormone, is important for maturation of follicle, that is a water soluble and it stimulates secondary signal, that is different. And for fat soluble hormones, say for example estrogen, its mode of mechanism is different, it can directly enter into the cell through the cell membrane. So you have to prepare in the way gland, hormone, what kind of it hormone, so that you can assess water soluble, if it is water soluble secondary signal, if it is a lipid soluble direct. And hypersecretion and hyposecretion, what are the disorders? Say for example growth hormone hyposecretion causes dwarfism, and growth hormone hypersecretion causes gigantism in children, acromegaly in adults. So that is you have to prepare notes for all the type of glands and hormones also, hypersecretion, hyposecretion. This is about the total NCERT volume 1.